Hi guys, JT here. Today I'm bringing you some information on the Humble Bundle Focus Entertainment Bundle 2026 of February 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I want to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. But first, a word from our sponsor, JT After Dark. You've read the threads, you've seen the warnings, but you haven't heard them like this. I'm JT. I take the internet's most terrifying stories and give them a voice. From Reddit's deepest archives to the legends that haunt the web, I bring the horror to life. Join me on JT After Dark. Subscribe now and let's see what's hiding in the shadows. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have A Plague Tale, Requiem, a sequel to the 2019 game A Plague Tale, Innocence. The game is an action-adventure game that follows the story of two siblings and their encounters with killer rats. In this sequel, the game expands on the success of its predecessor and establishes its own unique identity. The game begins with the survivors of the first game, Amicia and her younger brother Hugo, fleeing south to France to escape the rat plague. Their mother and her apprentice are concerned about Hugo's curse, which is linked to the rats, and they seek help from a renowned alchemist. However, their journey takes a turn for the worse, plunging them into dangerous situations filled with rats and hostile individuals. Requiem excels in creating contrasts, showcasing vibrant joys and despair in quick succession. The game shines in its medieval setting, character relationships, and the persistent menace of the rats. The gameplay features stealth mechanics, environmental puzzles, and combat encounters. Players must navigate through expansive areas, utilizing tools and crafting materials to distract, stun, blind, or murder enemies. The game introduces new allies and set pieces that add fresh challenges and interactions. While the game's ambition is commendable, it does suffer from a few drawbacks. The broader and more organic systems can sometimes lead to bizarre and unreasonable results. Stealth sections can be finicky, and a single mistake often requires reloading the last checkpoint. However, the game's successes overshadow these shortcomings, offering a full-spectrum action-adventure experience that captivates players for approximately 20 hours. One notable aspect of the game is its ability to balance dark and gritty themes with moments of awe and adventure. It takes players through the heights and depths of human experiences, effectively working with children and animals as central characters. In summary, A Plague Tale Requiem is a masterful sequel that expands upon its predecessor's strengths. With its compelling story, atmospheric setting, and engaging gameplay, it delivers an exceptional action-adventure experience. At number 2 we have Atlas Fallen, Reign of Sand, a solid action RPG that focuses on frenetic battles against massive sand monsters while encouraging experimentation in combat. Deck 13's efforts to rebrand and improve the game with the Reign of Sand update have added depth to its mechanics and lore. You play as a customizable protagonist, wielding a mystical gauntlet, embarking on a journey to uncover secrets and battle formidable wraiths. The gameplay is where Atlas Fallen truly shines, offering a momentum-based combat system that rewards aggression and adaptability. The Essence Stones provide plenty of customization, allowing you to tailor your abilities and combat style. As you progress, the thrill of shattering enemies and experimenting with new combinations of stones keep the experience engaging. However, the limited variety in weapons and enemy designs means the combat occasionally borders on repetition. The addition of Niall-focused quests, where you explore his backstory and use his unique abilities, injects some much-needed variety. Unfortunately, the narrative falls flat, the protagonist lacks personality, and the dialogue delivery is static, making it hard to connect with the characters. The open world, while visually intriguing, leans heavily into checklist-style exploration that can feel tedious. If Atlas Fallen had trimmed its open world elements in favor of focused missions, it might have been a tighter, more memorable experience. Atlas Fallen, Reign of Sand is a fun, albeit flawed adventure. While it may not break new ground, its combat and customization make it worth picking up, especially in a bundle. At number 3 we have Evil West. Evil West is an absolute blast, offering a gleeful splat-em-up experience that delights in its absurdity and relentless action. From terrifying werewolf encounters to electrifying brawler combat reminiscent of classics like God of War and Arkham games, this game keeps you on the edge of your seat with its over-the-top gameplay. Set in a Wild West overrun by monsters and vampires, Evil West thrusts you into the role of a fearless hunter, delivering a thrilling narrative that propels you forward into greater slaughter. With stunning visuals capturing various western landscapes and a perfect blend of traversal and puzzle elements, Evil West offers a refreshing and immersive experience. The game's progression system, filled with upgrades and perks, ensures that you evolve from a cautious survivor to a formidable force to be reckoned with. While some may encounter technical issues, the overall experience remains wonderfully brutal and charming. With the addition of online co-op for 2 players, Evil West offers even more excitement for those looking to team up with a friend. In essence, Evil West is a beautifully crafted video game that revels in its simplicity, delivering a nostalgic yet exhilarating journey filled with werewolves, electrifying combat, and non-stop action. Whether you're facing hordes of monstrous enemies or exploring the game's stunning western landscapes, Evil West keeps you engaged with its variety and sheer fun factor. With its blend of old-school charm and modern gameplay mechanics, this game is sure to leave players craving more of its electrifying mayhem. So settle up, partner, and prepare for an unforgettable ride through the wild and wicked world of Evil West. And number 4 we have A Plague Tale: Innocence. A game where you find yourself navigating the harrowing journey of 2 siblings amidst a devastating plague and the ruthless pursuit of the Inquisition. As Amicia, your struggle for survival unfolds in a hostile world where both deranged adults and swarms of diseased rats pose constant threats. Unlike typical video games, A Plague Tale rarely grants moments of empowerment, immersing you in a continuous struggle where every encounter, be it with scared adults or relentless rat swarms, feels perilous. Set in medieval-era France, the narrative follows Amicia and her brother Hugo, who must escape the siege laid by the Inquisition. The plague-ravaged country further compounds their challenges, creating a world that is almost entirely hostile to your presence. The game adopts a stealth-focused approach, demanding strategic problem-solving in interactions with both humans and rats. Amicia's tools, such as a sling and later unlocked abilities, provide varied solutions to navigate the dangers. The game's bleak tone and gruesome survival methods are essential components that contribute to its storytelling depth. A Plague Tale masterfully weaves gameplay and narrative, with in-game moments often delivering more impactful storytelling than cutscenes. While the game introduces familiar elements like stealth and crafting, it presents them in a unique setting and narrative context. Spanning 17 chapters, the game maintains a captivating balance of stealth mechanics and a mysterious storyline. Despite facing challenges like trial and error segments and occasional shifts into action-oriented sequences toward the end, the overall experience remains compelling. The constant sense of urgency and danger keeps you immersed in the dark and dangerous world of A Plague Tale, making it a worthwhile and intense journey into survival. And number 5 we have Curse of the Dead Gods, an excellent roguelike game that offers a challenging and varied experience. You find yourself trapped in a nightmare of violence, curses, and deadly traps within ancient temples filled with undead horrors and tribal gods. The game features procedurally generated runs through 3 different temples, each with its own aesthetics, enemies, and pitfalls. Throughout your runs, you collect blue skulls and green rings that allow you to unlock new weapons and gain permanent buffs or improve starting chances. The wide selection of weapons, relics, and upgrades provides flexibility in combat, encouraging players to experiment with different playstyles. The combat itself is slick and responsive, requiring precise timing and strategic use of light to maximize your chances of survival. While the standout features of Curse of the Dead Gods is its curse system. Each run introduces various curses that affect gameplay mechanics and add an element of unpredictability. These curses range from altering dodge mechanics to hiding traps unless your torch is drawn. With a large variety of curses and their random application, each run feels unique and different from the last. Visually, the game presents detailed environments despite the predominantly dark and dank crypt settings. Overall, Curse of the Dead Gods offers an engaging and challenging roguelike experience with its variety of curses, weapons, and buffs. The game strikes a good balance between difficulty and strategy, rewarding cautious play and adaptation. With its unique gameplay mechanics and visually appealing design, it is a worthwhile choice for fans of the genre looking for a new obsession. And number 6 we have Shady Part of Me, a narrative puzzle game that will remind you of games like Limbo and Contrast. You will make your way across the world using light and shadow to make your path, all the while feeling like you're caught in a nightmare with the unknown plaguing your thoughts. The game plays over 2 worlds, a linear 3D world where the lady lives and a shadow world. The lady is afraid of light, so she tries her best to live in the shadows, while her shadow, her only real friend, loves the light as it is defined by it. This creates an awesome dynamic where you need to figure out how these 2 polar opposite characters can work together to get from point A to point B, through light and darkness. This dichotomy also forms the backbones of the narrative. The fear of light has left the lady alone and ostracized, caught in a nightmare or orphanage or an asylum. It is not explained exactly where she is. All you know is that the lady and her shadow are desperately trying to get out of their prison. Throughout your journey, you'll be talked to by the other. Although it is not explained, you can surmise that it is your therapist, and he seems to know you and your shadow. And while he seems keen to help, neither you nor your shadow actually trust him, and only trust each other. The shadow world relies heavily on the real world. Moving a box in the real world will cause platforms in the shadow world to move, shrink, or grow, depending on the positions of light source, while your shadow can flip switches it finds to open doors or move lights in the real world. This connection between the two worlds makes for an intriguing puzzle game. It can be challenging at times, but never unbeatable. There's a time rewind mechanic for you to try different solutions. This game has very well designed puzzles, and the story about a girl who has to cooperate with herself to overcome her mental health condition is one that resonates with many who struggle with this. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle's a total loot drop that you can't ignore. For just $18, you're snagging heavy hitters like A Plague Tale Requiem and the monster-slaying chaos of Evil West. Even the $6 entry tier is cracked, featuring the roguelike banger Curse of the Dead Gods. Whether you're grinding for achievements or just need a fresh backlog, the value here is insane. Don't sleep on this quest. Grab these Steam keys before they despawn. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.